Right, here we
Wagwan
go.
fans of the podcast.
Yes, both of them. They're here. Joe isn't even a fan; he
Yeah,
won't even turn up. Um,
yeah, fucking,
so
yeah.
yeah, we've now we've now named the podcast. We now have already the inaugural episode of Cinemenageatrois. Shit name.
Oh yeah,
We've
that's it.
got
Yeah, but,
okay.
not bad. Um,
And we've got now on to episode two episode two featuring Not Joe, and the first episode
yeah, well,
after
whenever he fucking feels like turning up.
Indubitably, and the first episode after gooning is officially banned in the UK, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah, I'm very aware. I'm painfully aware.
Monumental moment in British legal history. They've officially
Yeah,
decreed, and now
I
you've
mean
got
it's freedom of speech is completely under attack as usual.
Yep. But at least we have now Peter Kyle just telling everybody that if you're against it, you're a fucking idiot. So
Yeah,
that's
or you
also
are
mint.
a Jimmy Savile supporter, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
But by the way,
absolutely great.
I think
You here?
politicians should be more unhinged like that from time to time. Just come out with the most batshit nonsense just so that they can score political points against an opponent. I think it's great, and I think it's very funny as well.
It is
Um,
funny. One would be remiss if they didn't bask in the glorious irony of conservative leaning people pearl clutching at the idea of using a Jimmy Savile association as an attack, considering that's exactly what
yeah,
Boris Johnson did. And both of them are equally as invalid as each
yeah,
other.
true. And
However,
Thatcher was like pals with Jimmy Savile, so it's like, you know, you guys seem to love Thatcher so much, and you kind of sort of walk over the legacy that she's left uh, with Savile as well. So
it's a very bizarre state of affairs. And
it's very funny though.
it is funny. It is
Yeah,
very funny.
we are
But
laughing.
I feel like they've incorrectly. We are laughing. I feel like they've incorrectly deduced that people who are against it are not their voting pool anyway. I think they're under the misapprehension that people who don't like it are just either hard right and or reformers or whatever. So they think they're just like counter attacking the other side. I think when in reality it's not remotely the case. Actually, a huge part of the voting pool that don't like it is Labour voters like me.
Yeah,
But at least
because
I
we're all
know
a
it's
bunch of
okay
goofballs.
because I'm just a pedo and a moron. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Who cares what I think?
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a movie podcast,
Yeah.
so we're doing.
Uh, what are we talking about
So
today?
I'm glad you asked. So the Hollywood Reporter have done their preposterous list of the 25 best horror movies of the 21st century, ranked.
Some of which
Emphasis
aren't
on rank.
horror films, by the way.
Some of them are barely even horror movies. It's a pile of dog shit from start
Yes.
to finish. So, but before I die, how do you want to do this? I was just going to do what THR put as 25, and then my 25, and then your 25, and then we just go down the list.
That's perfectly acceptable. Unlike their list.
Delightful. Imagine if you were like, I disagree. You're a fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up, Josh, and do any other order.
How else are we going to format this? It's just utterly ridiculous.
Anyway,
Whatever. Anyway, go on.
so right off the bat for the Hollywood Reporter at number 25, they've got Bones and All. You know that movie Bones and All that everyone knows, starring
The one that everyone has seen. But I will defend it slightly here and say that everyone who has seen it thinks it is incredible. So, I can see why it's on the list, even if it's like, at the very bottom. Because you're right, it's underseen, but very loved by those who have. So
Is it though? I mean, I being
yeah.
deep in the horror space myself, and I've never even fucking heard of it. It's got Timothy Chalamet in it, is that good?
So
he was in
directed
Dune.
by
Great.
Luca Guadagnino, and yeah, I mean, he's good in Dune. He's good in Call Me by Your Name and Dune, and everything else is fairly sort of serviceable at best. But the Dune, I won't take Dune slander, like especially his performance. He is really good, especially in Dune Part Two, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in Dune Part Three, although it should be called Dune Messiah. Um, but yeah, but it's directed by Luca Guadagnino. He tends to get like um, heavily decent like critical reception. So I've heard it's good, and I've heard those who've seen it really enjoyed it. One of my most reliable sources of information on film, and a sort of bar at which I sort of try and hit standards with, is Jay Bowman from Red Letter
Yeah.
Media. He really liked it. In fact, it's his favorite film of the year that it came out. Could be 2022 or 2023. I can't remember. But yeah, he really rates it. So fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, fine with Luca Guadagnino. And I suppose I'm down with a horror romance. If we ever end up doing an in-person podcast, we're going to have to just have fisticuffs about Timothy Chalamet and Dune, because
Sure.
I just
That's
simply do not understand the appeal. Certainly not as um, a highly regarded actor. He seems to just be one of these made-up famous people.
sure. Okay, fair enough. Again, I agree with you most of the time, but like he's good in Dune Part Two, very good, and in Call Me by Your Name, he is actually good in that. So you know, I'm like 80% there with you. But he has his moments. It's like most Hollywood actors of this generation is they're mostly kids playing dress up, but they have like small sort of spikes here and there.
Sure. Well, my 25, the actual number 25, the correct one. I have a list.
Sure.
Consulted my list. My number 25 is Wolf Creek
Uh-huh.
because it's mint.
Oh, yeah. No, that is a good movie. Australian horror. 2004, I want to say.
Yes.
Are
Yeah.
we doing the years, or are we just kind
I
of like,
can't
yeah, just
remember
take
the
our word?
year,
It
but
was in the 21st century.
I've only put down the year for one of them because it's a remake, so I thought it would make sense to put the year. But
Okay.
otherwise no. But it was past 2000 anyway. Is the point? Wolf Creek,
Okay.
great because new, unique horror villain. Um, Great, really unsettling, brutal atmosphere. Rewatchability is up there. A good shooting style, a believably naturalistic shooting style. Still looks, it makes Australia and the outback look really good, which we like. We like the cabin fever esque
Hmm.
feel of it. Excellent movie, but only number 25 because it is
Yeah.
basically just exploitative, and not not an awful lot of meat on the bone. It's just like a brutal slasher, which is fine if that's what you're in the mood for. But it's no one's watching it being like,
Yeah,
I
no,
just
that's
can't. The high art in this is I'm nauseated by all the high art.
mm. Um, you may not like some of the picks on my list. Then that's so like So I told you in the chat that you may completely
Yeah.
disagree with me on some of these picks.
Have you just picked
One of which
Hereditary
we've
for
talked.
everything?
I, no, not for every single one, but it's higher up on the list than you would think, even for me. I think.
Hmm.
No, number 25 for me is Nope by Jordan Peele. I think it's a great horror film. It's very tense. I think the scene with the chimpanzee is maybe one of the scariest scenes that I've seen in a horror film, simply because everyone knows that when chimps lose their shit, they have to be stayed away from. It's pretty brutal as well. And you see one of the victims later on in the film, she has her face torn off, and obviously, like you don't see it in the moment. You see her. I think you see her body like lying with her face away from the table, and you can only see under the table, so you can't see her face. But you see the injuries later when she's healed, and it's really, really brutal. Like it's fucking savage. And like the was it Jean Jacket, the alien, really great design. Clearly harkens to the film itself harkens to Neon Genesis Evangelion quite a lot, which is one of my favorite anime. He makes an Akira reference, so like it's heavily anime um, influenced. The Yeah, it's just a really spooky concept, and it's a decent metaphor for just violence in cinema, all in all, where we talk about how we just cannot look away from the gruesome violence. like despite maybe it not being in our best interest to look at it. So that's what I think. That's how I see it as a metaphor. It's probably one that's been analyzed to death.
Not the
It's on
most
the internet,
intellectually
so everyone
profound
can look
thing
at it from there.
imaginable.
No, however, it's very effective and it's very entertaining. Most importantly, a film has to be entertaining. Like, unless it's like some obscure art piece, which is fine if that's what you're into. But a movie for general audiences has to be entertaining.
I agree.
So
That's
that's
one of the
my number
main
25 pick.
things that I brought in for my one of the main things by which I judged the movies on my list, because ultimately it's about storytelling, and if it's not an interesting story that's fun to watch, then you haven't really got much
It
else to
is.
stand on.
It is. Yeah. It's. So Sam Raimi said it best. He said, "If your movie is no, sorry, the number one crime a movie can commit is to be boring."
Yeah,
So,
and he
like,
is correct.
I completely agree with that. It's a shame that one of his films isn't on this list. Actually, come to think about it, because he did release a film in 2009 called Drag Me to Hell. I'd like to give that a runner-up on like just below the 25 because that is a banger of a movie.
Yeah, honourable mention for
Really
one you've
fun.
just remembered.
Yeah,
Um,
honorable mention. Yes. Yeah.
I do think it's greatly overrated. Drag Me to Hell, personally. A lot
Fair
of
enough.
other
Fair enough.
people's lists and other articles and shit about it, I kept seeing it popping up, and I'm like, is this some
It's
is
just a
this a
fun movie.
joke list? Or is this some kind of joke list? Anyway,
No, I mean, it was his first film after the Spider-Man trilogy, to be fair, and it was a horror film, and I like seeing someone go back to their roots on that kind of stuff. So, good for him.
by all means.
It's not for everyone, though.
Anyway,
Anyway,
the Hollywood Reporter's number 24. We've got Talk to Me. Right now, this pisses me off immediately because Talk to Me,
okay.
greatly overrated, boring story, trying to do too much, overcrowded concept, stupid.
I think the concept is fairly simple, and that you're just dumb. No, I think that
But the messaging is
clearly a
it's trying to
metaphor.
give off like 20 messages at once.
Well, it's a metaphor and an analogy for drug addiction and societal pressure. However, it I agree that it doesn't belong on the 25 best of the 21st century because you're talking 26 years now, 2000 to 2025. That's 26 years. Um, I don't think it belongs on the top 25. However, I think it's a good movie for sure. And it's a good directorial debut from the Raka Raka, and the lads whose names I cannot remember because they are, uh, I think they're New Zealand chaps or Australian chaps.
Australian.
The Philippus, I think their names are. Danny and Maya, or whatever their
I
names
don't
are.
know the first.
But
It's
it's a
Philippou and
good,
they're Australian, but it's a fine movie. But it's
it's a
just
good.
it felt like rehashing conceptually and thematically the same shit that's been done better in previous movies. Like Starry Eyes did it better, and the one about that lady that was eating herself did it better. There's
Yeah,
nothing unique for it to say. It was very
the lady
bland.
who's
I
eating
didn't really
herself.
have any idea what it was trying to do or say, and it wasn't that entertaining.
Is it
I like the
raw?
ending.
It,
Not Raw. I can't remember. It's a
oh,
French
okay,
movie. I'll Google it while you're talking about something. Um,
sure.
so yeah, didn't really do it for me. I like the ending. I didn't like the opening. Had that stupid bit with the guy that stabbed himself, and I was like, "What? It's like shitty effects. It's rubbish." Um,
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. It wasn't the best executed.
it's shitty effects and one of those really over the top stabby sound effects that modern movies love, which is annoying to me. Not a fan. Anyway, now if I go back to consulting
Okay,
again the actual list of the best movies. Um,
right, I see. Yeah, of
so if
course.
I just go back, so, um, so the actual my porn that I've drawn on the back of this, the actual number 24, I've got the autopsy of Jane Doe.
Yeah, the one with Brian Cox. Sorry, Sir Brian Cox, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, he's not listening. Like, you can just call him Brian Cox. It's fine. The Queen's not like on the
Well, no,
line.
because there's a difference because there's Sir Brian Cox who's the actor, and then there's Brian Cox the physicist. So I think I don't know. You can kind of delineate between the two. Um,
Sure.
But
If someone's making that
I
confusion,
haven't
they
seen the
shouldn't be
film.
listening to a movie podcast.
This is true. It's too many cocks, to be honest.
Mm.
But um, insert punny joke here. I haven't
You're too
seen
scared to go for a pun.
your.
Too scared to try a pun.
Yeah,
You're just going with a cop out insert
I am.
punny joke.
Yeah, that's yeah. It's more too lazy. But
Mm.
yeah, the Autopsy of Jane Doe I haven't seen. I'm familiar with the plot, but I haven't actually experienced the film itself, so I can't really speak to the quality or anything like that. So, is there anything in particular that you liked about the Autopsy of Jane Doe?
Yeah, so first of all, it's great. So you've got
Okay.
Brian Cox is really good. That other lad who's fine. And he looks like the guy from Internet Today. Don't know if you watch Internet Today. He looks like that guy. And he's fine as well, sure. The acting's not what makes the movie good. It's a good, unique story. It's very simplistic. They do less with more. It's an engaging mystery. It has actual scares. Do I need to say fucking more? My missus hated it, but something wrong with her because she's
Oh
wrong because it's
well,
great.
I mean, if the missus hated it, it's probably like it's probably a good thing, really. Um, he, he said misogynistically. No, so again, back to the actual 24th best horror film of the 21st century is
Enlighten us.
Pearl. Pearl with Mia Goth. I think it is a phenomenally good looking film. Mia Goth gives one of those horror performances that should have been nominated for an Oscar but didn't because it's in a horror film. Um, I think there's like an 11-minute monologue or something like that. It goes on for a while in one take, and it is absolutely heartbreaking. And you just see her face totally breaking down in real time, and it is just awesome. That's the one scene. Obviously, the kills are great. The last kill of the film is phenomenal, and then obviously you've got the very end shot which goes through the whole of the movie credits, and she's just grimacing, and like you just see like it. There's a lot of psychosis just bubbling beneath the surface. It's really wonderful. Um, I'm mostly praising this film because of the cinematography. It looks gorgeous, and also because of her performance. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. I think it's on Amazon Prime in the UK if you're living in the UK. It is just and again, it's not even one of these clever films or high art films that explores like the concept of grief or any of that nonsense. It is just an entertaining movie that looks good and has a great lead performance. And it's simple. Again, it's simple to understand. So, anyway, go on.
By all means, it is a good movie. Um, it's X is better. Pearl's still good. X is better.
Sure,
Pearl
sure, fair
felt
enough.
like I loved what they did with it stylistically, with the cinematography,
Mhm.
and the acting was very good. However, it was simply less engaging of a story. It felt like it never
Okay,
really
fair enough.
took off. It never got going. It felt like we were just on a runway the whole time, and not in a good way, not in a like a tense movie way, just in a like when are we getting to the point kind of way.
Mm.
An 11-minute monologue, sure, but I mean, name me an actor that couldn't just do that. She did it very well, but the fact that it's long in and of itself isn't impressive. The acting is fine, um, but again, I think X was better. Say what you will,
Okay.
and I will, and X was better.
Uh, I said, how long was how long was the monologue in? Oh, it's roughly 8 minutes. Oh, but, I mean, that's still good.
Oh, it was an
Um,
8-minute monologue. This changes everything.
yeah, 8 minute monologue. My bad. Yeah, no, I think the longest one, like unbroken take, is 17 minutes in the film. Hunger, by Steve McQueen. I think that's like the number one sort of longest running monologue, one take. Um, but yeah,
Sure, I'd
why
imagine
not talk about that? We're
there's
talking about horror.
some. See, I'd imagine there's some stage productions with monologues that would probably decimate that record, but obviously not film. But we're talking specifically about acting.
Mhm.
there would probably not much of a record in comparison. But anyway, number
It's true.
three,
Number
number
23.
23, the fake number 23 from this pile of bollocks is A Quiet Place. Now, not a bad movie, not
No,
one of the best.
no, not a bad movie at all. No, sure. It's not even the best A Quiet Place film. Um, I still think A Quiet Place Day One is better. I think it's very tender. I think it's actually quite emotional, and I think that Lupita Nyong'o is fantastic in it. But I get that doesn't make the top 25 list for me either. They're all decent movies, but A Quiet Place Day One is the best one, and I don't know why Part One is on this list.
Yeah, I guess just because it's the first, it has the OG privilege, even if it isn't the best one. Emily Blunt pisses me off, as does the other guy. I can't remember the actor's
Why
name,
does
but
Emily
he
Blunt?
also.
She's good in it. She's good in A Quiet Place. So what didn't you like about it?
So, first of all, Emily Blunt pisses me off. Above all
Okay,
that,
fair enough.
that's not the reason. I mean, she does piss me off, but it's not the reason. So it's a fine movie. I admire the swing of seeing a movie that is truly original with an original concept, but that's not
Mhm.
something that's immediately worthy of mad respect in the horror genre, as horror's already full of them, because mostly horror movies are cheap to make. People are more willing to take a swing on a new idea. But it didn't have the scares for me. Its concept
Okay.
didn't feel like it was really enough to hang an entire movie, and the ending was lame.
Uh, I'm fine with the ending. I'm fine with it. I don't have a strong opinion either, one way or the other. I wasn't as big of a fan of the sequel, The Quiet Place Part Two. I don't know why. I can't put it into words. It didn't do it for me, and I think some of the characters felt a little bit two dimensional in that. That's why I like Day One, because Day One, like, all the characters feel pretty fucking fleshed out. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't put any of them on my top 25, but I like them all a fair amount.
Yeah.
Um,
In summation,
uh,
mid, not even the best of the series.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say mid. I'd still say they were good, but like I don't love them like I do like the rest of these movies. So
Fair.
what is your number 23 then? And please don't say the number 23 because that would feel like such a shit gimmick.
That's why I don't have it, because I only do top quality jokes around here. So if I just consult my list once
Right.
again,
Okay.
we have
Mm.
we have
just scribbles it out quickly. Shit mixing up.
my number 23. Fucking hell, my number 23 is Wreck.
Right. Oh, with the oh wait, no, that's the. I'm thinking of the American remake with what's her name, Jennifer
Quarantine.
Carpenter, the last from Dexter. Yes, that's the one. I've heard that's a decent remake. Is that any good?
It's very similar to the original movie in most ways. They haven't really changed a great deal. The original's better. Spanish movie about zombies in an apartment block. It's
Mm-hmm.
super claustrophobic, super scary and intense, structurally sound. The plot goes through its story beats really well, really engaging story. The lead actress is
Mm-hmm.
damn good, um, especially considering it's pretty much, as far as screen time goes for a lead character, it's disproportionately high even for that. The movie is like 90% her, and it leads the movie very well. And it's a scary movie, which I'm also going to file under
Okay.
important criteria. I mean, sure, horror movies don't have to be scary to be good necessarily. Comedies don't have to be funny to be good necessarily. They can still be good movies, but I'm
Well,
still putting it as an
I don't
important
know. Like,
criteria.
sure, yeah, fair enough. I was going to say, like, if a comedy isn't funny, I mean, obviously you've got to be, it's all subjective and all that, but like, it's very difficult for a comedy to be good if it isn't funny because, like,
Yeah,
it's
the bar is
purely a
higher, sure.
subjective genre. Sure.
Anyway, take it away. What would be your
I think,
number 23?
I think, my number
So
23
mine
is
is the number
When Evil
23.
Lurks. Yeah, I had to like rip up all my pages of jokes.
Yeah.
I've only got my 22 other films now. No, When Evil Lurks. It's an Argentinian film
Yeah.
about demon possession. It's like an infection, um, and I can't really talk a lot about it without spoiling the film, um, because it's just simply about how evil like lives on, like despite our very best efforts. Um, it's gruesome, and the ending. I don't think it's a spoiler to say it has a twist. It made my jaw hit the floor. Like I was shocked at just how gruesome this film was going to get. So, and a little girl gets mauled by a Rottweiler, which I thought was really funny.
I won't
Just
pretend I
the
I
way that
didn't like explode laughing at that particular moment in the movie. Like, what the fuck?
no, it's
Okay.
just the way that it's done. It's just more like it's so sudden. I just burst out laughing. Um, it is horrific, obviously, what happens, but like, yeah, yeah, that's a good ass movie. Um, I haven't seen a lot of Argentinian films. I think Magic Farm counts. I'm not sure, but yeah. When Evil Lurks, good movie, worth checking out. It's very gruesome, and it's a good old time if you have patience. So yeah. What's the number 22 on the too horrible to read list? That's the
Yeah.
THR joke of the day.
More like too horrible to read, am I right? Well,
That's
as when evil lurks. Footnote: I did enjoy mainly that it was really good at doing what you least expected. It was very good at surprising you. However, I tuned out by the end because it just didn't engage me enough in the story. But overall, still a
no,
good
fair enough.
movie. As far as Argentinian movies
Hmm.
go, watch also a bonus recommendation. I'll put a title up for bonus recommendation. Bonus
Of
recommendation.
course. As long as you edit
Wild
all of
Tales.
this chunk out, yes. Wild
Yeah,
Tales. Okay,
if I
fine.
eliminate the whole setup, if I just do it naturally, then obviously that would be hilarious. Watch Wild Tales, also Argentinian movie. It's not a horror movie. It's just good, and you reminded me. Watch Wild Tales.
Sure, sure.
Um, anyway, moving on. Number 22 on the highly shit list, the highly ranking
The horror
is
ranking. That's what THR
the
stands
horror
for.
ranking, the shit
Yeah,
horror ranking is Under the Shadow,
yeah.
which is Iranian. Iranian.
Yes, I think I saw that film. It's about okay, have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was fine. It was absolutely
Oh, okay.
fine.
It's fine, yeah. Like I think it's a good movie. The horrors of war, yeah, all of that. Um, and it's Under the Shadow of War is like an appropriate sort of ellipses to add to it. But yeah, I think it's unfortunately it's one of those films that I think that if it was an American and it was exactly the same, people wouldn't have made as much of a fuss about it.
No,
Um, I think that it's a decent film, but it's a little bit overhyped and certainly shouldn't be on this list.
it was absolutely glazed to high heaven. It is a good movie by all means, but it's
I
overhyped.
mean,
Is
Kermode said it was one of his. It was yeah, Kermode put it as one of his favorites of the year that it came out, which I think was 2014. I want to say,
yeah.
but I think it's a bit overrated. I can't again put into words. I think there's like a gin element, as in like DJINN. I think that's involved somehow. Um, like an Iranian demon or something like. But I can't really remember it. And the fact that I can't remember it probably says a bit, to be honest.
Mm,
Um,
well,
but yeah. So, oh, wait. Um, what did you put for your number 22?
well, mine was irreversible.
Was that is that two? Oh, it was 2001. I want to say.
I'm gonna check. I
If
actually
I
never
guess
checked. I
one
just
way,
assumed. Yeah,
I don't
2002.
think
Um,
I. Oh,
Irreversible
2002.
because
Okay, fair enough.
um, of all of the movies on the
Is that a
list,
horror film
yes,
or is it a thriller?
I'd call it horror. It'd be
Okay,
very
fair
weird,
enough.
in my
All right,
opinion, to
go
call
on.
it something else because it's such a dingy, dark, spooky, unpleasant movie. It's super unique concept in how it was made. I like the plot structure. I like the storytelling. I like how everything about it is designed to make you feel horrible. It does a very effective job. Again, flagrantly exploitative in areas, but what can you do? If it works, it works. The
Hmm.
power of the movie overall is what gets it its ranking at 22.
Okay. All right. Dank is paying. Um, I for 22, I put Long Legs.
Fuck's
I
sake.
fucking loved this movie, but I also hated it. Um, I haven't. I felt dirty after having watched it. Um, because it sort of feels like a police procedural, Silence of the Lambs and more of them, and then it veers more into like I mean, Seven is also a police procedural, but it veers more closely to that at the very end, where it's like all evil is one, and like fuck everything, like nothing matters, like um, there is no satisfying resolution. It's just the devil is one, and I felt really gross after having watched it, even though there's no like sort of like no sexual violence or anything. It's sort of everything is very implied. And I don't know. I felt really gross after watching it. Um, and I haven't felt that way about a film. I think since Seven, and that's
Yeah.
why it ranks so high because simply because of the way it made me feel as a like because the atmosphere is oppressive and grim and gross. And Nicolas Cage, like he says that he doesn't want to play another serial killer because he doesn't. This is one of the funniest things I think I've heard him say. He doesn't like playing characters that hurt people. Which I mean, that's basically all of him through the '90s. Some of his roles in the 2000s, some of his roles in the 2010s. Like, especially one of my later picks for this list. Um, he's played people who've killed a lot of people, so it's a bit of a strange thing. But I think this is like him playing a serial killer is truly scary. Like, actually, like genuinely terrifying. Um, and yeah, I wonder what your thoughts on Long Legs are.
It's super mid. That being Nicolas Cage, is it? Was that just a throwing their head back in exasperation?
Yes.
Yes, as
What?
it was. You're pathetic. Get off my podcast.
Hmm.
Um, Nicolas Cage is very good in it. Sure, I wasn't engaged enough with the actors to care about what was happening with the characters. Rather, I wasn't engaged enough
Hmm.
with the story to be given a reason to think about it. I was watching the movie just thinking, like, I don't know why I'm listening to you. I don't know why I'm supposed to be interested in what you have to say or what's happening. It just didn't really grab me at all. And it wasn't scary. The one thing I'll give it is the opening is good. I liked it. It's quite an unexpected opening. Um, are you trying to read like really small font? What are you doing, you
No,
cunt?
I'm just putting my face to the camera like one of those debate bros. Sorry, yeah, go on.
Oh yeah. So didn't really do it for me. And the ending I thought was not fantastic. Again, mid. I forgot I'd watched it within about 10 minutes of it finishing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get into fisticuffs over that as well. I won't. I won't die on the hill that Timothy Chalamet is a great actor, but I'll die on the hill that Longlegs is a good movie. Um. So yeah, no, I disagree. I felt really unclean. Having watched it. Uh. And yeah. What about your number 21 on the too horrible to read list?
Is his house, which I haven't seen.
No, I haven't seen that either. Okay.
Oh well,
Next
fuck that
film.
one.
Yeah, no, I mean we can't be expected to see all of the movies that are on the list, and we do have to sort of brush over the fact if we haven't seen them, we can't talk about them. It's fair.
Correct. Now we move on to the actual 21st best movie of the 21st
Okay,
century.
here we go.
So,
Yeah.
Final Destination.
I mean, that's not even the best one in the franchise. Like, I understand that it started like a fun franchise, and that's fine. But no, I wouldn't. I mean, it's not if it's not even the best one in the franchise, I'd have to disagree, just on principle. Like, I like two. Well, two is better than the first one.
The second
Although
one's
I'll
more
give it props
entertaining,
for
but
being there.
hello.
Go on. Yeah,
The
go on.
second one's more entertaining, uh, but of the ones in the franchise that are better than the original, I feel like each of them in a microcosm wouldn't work. They only work because they're a sequel to an extent. Um,
Mm,
with
okay.
Bloodlines being the best, and that's just an expansion on like the lore of the concept. Final
Mm,
Destination 2 picks up with characters from the first, or a character from the first one. The one that started it
mm.
all, that kicked everything off, with the one that did a unique concept first. Well, one of the best examples of a unique concept in a horror movie of recent
Done
years,
well.
and done it very well. So conceptually very good. The its ability to draw you in and make you pay close attention to minor details of a scene is really good. The surprise, shock moments actually work and are surprising.
That's true.
The acting is fine, especially from annoying teenage actors, or however old they actually were, probably like
It,
30.
that's the bit that pulls it away for me is that I'm not a fan of the acting. Like you're right that like they are annoying teens, and you sort of cheering on the Grim Reaper to take them. But like I just like when they're on screen, I'm like, oh God,
Hmm.
God,
But that's for
please
all
get
those
fucked.
reasons and more, it gets my 21 spot.
21 spot. Okay. All right. Now this is this is either a love it or hate it one because this is one of those. It's highbrow, but it's also very lowbrow. Um, it is a film called Mad God by Phil Tippett. It is a stop motion animation film that took him about 30 years to make because he did it all by himself. It is just grim and disgusting, as opposed to scare. It's not very scary, but it's so well done that I cannot help but get like I've given it a solid like this is a 10 out of 10 film to me simply due to the sheer amount of effort and the execution. The atmosphere is really grim and grimy. The monsters are disgusting. The creature designs are grim. It's really well animated, especially by it's like for a dude who basically did it all by himself. Like I am so it- like it's the effort that I'm giving it the most amount of marks for, if you understand me. Like the sheer force of will that he had to get this movie made by himself. And it's just it's so it's gorgeous but disgusting at the same time. And I really like if you like stop motion films, it really is worth your time. It really is worth your time. Like, I cannot praise it enough. So yeah,
I like stop motion films just as
Mad
much
God.
as I like regular movies when they're good. I've seen stop motion movies that are shit. The
Sure,
Nightmare Before Christmas, the pile of trash.
sure. It's
But
not. It's
again,
not.
it's about the
It's
story.
vastly
If the story
overrated.
gets me, then sure, you know. There's nothing I
It
particularly
doesn't.
love about the aesthetic of stop motion.
Okay, that's where it might lose you. And so that's your fair warning. Like, it's not heavy in the way of plot. It's a silent film for one thing. Like, it is. It has next to no dialogue. And I know that you can have silent films with story, by the way, before you jump on them. But it's basically a guy is like slowly descending into like this dreary underworld. And I won't say anything more than that because it's more the journey and the experience as opposed to the story and the characters. It's more a vibe and a feeling than a, you know your typical story-driven, plot-driven film.
Fair. Well, I might give it a watch. I'm always open to watching
Sure.
new shit that's challenging me. Number 20,
Hmm.
Drag Me to Hell.
Well, it's actually on that list. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I forgot about the list. In fairness, so this is a surprise to me. I like that film. It is funny in places. I like Sam Raimi a lot. I'm glad that he returned to his roots for horror. I've seen that clip, the behind the scenes clip of the lead actress getting cockroaches poured into her mouth more times than I can count, because they are real. And she was like, "This is the most disgusting thing I've ever done." And this is why I don't really want to act anymore. Which, yeah, I mean, fair enough. If anything's going to put you off, then getting loads of live cockroaches put into your mouth is going to be one of them. Um, but I like that film. I like it. I don't think it deserves to be top 25, but it is definitely an underappreciated film. It's a lot of fun. So I'm happy that it's getting recognition. I think this is a bit overboard though,
Yeah. It didn't do it for me
and the
personally.
twist at the end is great.
Yeah, it's fine. It didn't do it for me personally. I do, and I love Sam Raimi and I love the Evil Dead movies, and it's good to go back to not just horror, but something with this degree of similarity to the Evil Dead
Mhm.
stylistically, which is sad. I don't understand how it's really. It feels like it's not even trying to be scary. It's just trying to do the Evil Dead, which is fine. But the Evil Dead
Sure,
is just like its own unique individual thing. But if it's not just a grimy movie in the woods made for a tenor, it feels just out of place. So nothing about it, like the comedy didn't make me laugh, and the scares didn't scare me. I was like, this is
sure,
just a bit dull, isn't it? And Justin Long
sure.
pissed
No,
me
no,
off.
fair enough. Oh no, no. I think he's in his element when he's doing horror. In fairness, I won't take Justin Long slander here. Um, uh, it, I think that he is at his best when he's doing like a corny horror film. Um, Jeepers Creepers aside, he isn't great in that. In fairness, excuse me. So what was number 20? Oh yeah,
My
THR.
The THR number 20 was Drag Me to Hell. My number 20,
Yep.
again, the correct one, is Lake Mungo, which
Ooh,
is a
okay.
very recent addition for me. I only saw it quite recently, but it's going up there for being
Sure.
its commitment to the bit gets big props. Commitment to going full pseudo documentary instead of just doing like, oh, the camera's handheld. It's like, no, they've presented it as like it's just a Netflix true crime documentary instead of just doing it as like a shooting
Sure,
gimmick.
sure, sure.
Um,
I've heard it's a very sad film as well, like a
yeah,
sad horror movie.
it works. It works well for the story, which is very well told and very engaging. It is a sad movie
Okay.
about the concept of fate and the idea that time isn't linear and you can see your own horrific future, which is quite a disturbing element of it.
Hmm.
And everything it tries to do, it does really well. And I feel like it's very underappreciated as a movie.
Okay. Yeah, no, fair enough. I'd say, well, I haven't seen it yet, but it's been on the list for a long time. I think that film came out in 2008. Another film that came out in 2008, I think, also has Lake in the title, also a horror film, Eden Lake. That
Mm.
isn't my number 20, just worth mention. Um, my number 20 is The Substance, which came out
Fine
last year.
suggestion.
Got no Yes, got nominated for 5 Oscars. Got nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Lead Actress, Best uh, Hair and Makeup, and I think Best Cinematography. Although I can't remember, it could have been either that or Best Sound Editing or something. I don't know. But like, yeah, deserved all of them. Deserved all of them. It deserved the win for Best Makeup. It deserved. Oh no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't Best Editing or Cinematography. It was Best Original Screenplay, and I think it deserved the nominations for all five. I would have liked to have seen Demi Moore win, but I'm happy that uh, oh goodness, Mikey Madison won. Her performance in Nora is great. But The Substance, really good horror film. I think it's the best body horror film since The Thing. It is up there as the now a trinity of body horror films that actually have thematic depth. It's The Thing, The Fly, and The Substance. The trio of body horror. Now, some would say Tetsuo the Iron Man, but not as many people have seen that.
Mm.
Um, and there are loads of good body horror films, but I'm talking the best ones ever: The Thing, The Fly, The Substance.
You would put
Great film,
Videodrome in there.
really great film. Haven't seen Videodrome, so that would be a fair critique of my
So a
thesis.
solid contender. You got to
But
have
yeah,
it up there. It's definitely. I did love The Substance. Probably the best movie of its year. What was it last year? Um,
yes,
I couldn't give a fuck about the Oscars, but for it would be great if it would have won. Did it win any of
sure.
them?
I just think that horror is overdue a win in in anything but like the makeup category, because you kind of like gore and horror getting makeup nominations. It's like okay, it's almost a given. Like if it's really good and it's effective, then obviously it's going to get a nomination.
Logically, it
Nosferatu
would have
got
got
nominated the same
best
year.
makeup. Logically, it would have got best makeup. Nosferatu is also a good movie, but logically, it would have got best makeup. You would assume
It did win best
is
makeup, yes.
yeah, yeah, best makeup. But it was nominated for the other four. It didn't win. Picture, directing, best lead actress, and original screenplay.
Yes. So
Mm.
yeah, there you go. I got more right. But yeah, yeah, definitely deserved its Oscar win. I'd have liked to have seen Demi Moore win, even if it was just a for her whole body of work, as opposed to just that performance. But Mikey Madison gave a great performance, so they can't really fault that.
Yeah.
Let's see. So yeah, that's 25-20.
Mm.
We are now on 19. What does the horrible reporter? Um, this is just mean now. Like it's
Yeah.
just
A
like
horrible
poking fun at.
reportable like
Um,
the stupid bunch of cunts in Hollywood who report.
yeah, the out of touch elites that are probably on the Epstein list. No, might be a bit far. Might be a bit far. But yeah, so 19 on the horrible rapist. No, the horrible reporter. Um, list. What would you say? Sorry, what is number 19?
19 on the shit list is It Follows, which is actually a rare, respectable suggestion from this outlet. It
Yes,
Follows.
if if it wasn't because it's not on my top 25, but if it was in my 25, it would be around there, if you understand me. Like
Yeah.
there are obviously better films than it, but like that is a yeah, like for this list, it is a very respectable placement for sure. I can't fault that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
good movie,
top
good
end of
soundtrack,
mid.
good cinematography, original plot. Um, so yeah. Uh, so you're 19. What would you put for 19?
It's on my list.
Hello.
So this isn't what I would put, by the way. This is just factually the 19th best movie of the 21st century, best horror movie.
Oh, right,
Um,
I see. Okay, here we go.
uh, The Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, that's such a good shout, and I don't know why I didn't put it on my list
Well,
at
Angus, it's
all.
because you're not
That's
making the factually correct list.
I see. I was going more. I'm trying to think. Like none of my films have been. I don't think any of the films on my list are blends. Like they are considered more typical horror. So yeah, going horror comedy. I mean, The Substance is funny in places, but like that's I think as close as it gets to comedy that's on my list. Um, we should. Oh God, no, it's a bit late for that. But I was going to suggest we do like a horror comedy list as well at some point. But that's whatever. So 19. Cabin. No, is that 19? No, that's It Follows. Your 19 is Cabin in the Woods.
Correct.
Great movie. I think maybe the best horror film of its type since Scream.
Mm.
Very plays very much into meta horror. while still functioning as a decent horror movie. Um, none of the Scream sequels have done it as well as Cabin in the Woods. Definitely some great twists and turns, and apparently it has one of the most rewatched scenes in any horror movie ever, which is where it starts with a ding from the elevator, and then just all hell breaks loose. And that is a fun scene. So yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah, I rate that a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
the final act of the
my
movie is sublime. Uh,
Oh yeah, for
Again,
sure.
the story is super engaging and it's entertaining. It has elements of scary moments. Obviously, it's mostly like meta horror slash comedy kind of, but it has elements of its scary moments. It does the meta in a really creative way instead of those movies where it's just like there's a tense moment and one of the characters is like, "Oh, this is like some kind of Nightmare on Elm Street." And they're like, "Shut the fuck up! It's a load of bullshit." When they
Yeah,
do it actually
yeah,
creatively, is really good.
yeah. And obviously, what's his name? Richard something. It's gonna really bother me. One of the two old guys that's in the lab that we sort of follow around. You know who I mean? He's been nominated for an Oscar for Christ's sake. He was the dad in Step Brothers.
Oh,
What's his name?
I don't
Oh,
know.
it
Let
doesn't
me.
matter. Um, you know who
I'll
I mean,
Google
though,
it for
don't
you
you?
because you're suffering. Uh,
Yeah. Um,
it's Richard Jenkins.
yes, Richard Jenkins. He has been in so many good movies. Like okay, so The Shape of Water is not one of them. Unfortunately, that's not a good movie. But Nightmare Alley is a good film. Cabin in the Woods is a good film. Step Brothers is a funny film.
I haven't seen it. It's
Um,
probably dog shit if it's Will Ferrell, right?
no, early Will Ferrell was okay, but like now he's just become a sort of what's that, a Flanderization of himself. Like there's no point. Just stop. Just quit. Just give up.
Yeah,
If you're
retire.
pro-trans, good
Well,
for you. But yeah, it just past your prime. It's okay.
yeah.
Just dial it back. Just call
Very,
it in.
very respectable
My
opinions on social politics, sure, but the quality of his movies, however, dog shit mostly. Anyway, what's
Yeah,
your
yeah,
number 19?
really gone down. My number 19 is Resolution by Benson and Moorhead. This is a film that won't make a lot of people's lists, and I didn't do this whole, oh well, I picked this really obscure. No, I just really love this movie. I think it's a really good film. I think that the premise is two lads shacked up in a cabin. One is helping the other get through withdrawals from an addiction of a drug. It's probably heroin or something. I can't remember what it is. But basically, shit starts happening around them. And obviously, that exacerbates his withdrawals. But it feeds very nicely into the sequel or the soft sequel to that film called The Endless, which incidentally is my number 18. So there's two for one. Um,
Bonus.
it plays,
Bonus
it
movie
does a
number.
lot. Bovis new bonus. Oh, I slurred that.
Yeah, boneless movie number.
A boneless movie. Yeah.
It's a
No.
new offering from
So
KFC.
so I always look forward. Like these are like two directors that I don't think get enough love. They have recently been working on a few Marvel projects. They did the Moon Knight series, and they did some of the Daredevil Reborn series. I don't watch those shows because they're Marvel, and I'm not interested. But um, their horror outings and they have like a sort of their own little cinematic universe going on, but it doesn't feel contrived. It actually feels natural. It just shares some themes and some elements, and they make reference to this like red desert flower that changes the way that people see time. I will not spoil the films for you. Go into them blind. It deals in Lovecraftian horror very, very well. Like very well. It's not like you see like this image of Cthulhu and it's like really on the nose. It's very subtle, it's very clever. It's low budget as well. So if you want to see like a low budget movie to sort of, change things up a bit, they make the most out of a really low budget. And I'm talking what, maybe 100 grand, I think it was.
Hmm.
I'll have to double check that because I don't want to it's either 100 grand or a million. I could just get the decimal place wrong. The endless budget. 2017 budget. Is The Endless a low budget movie? Yeah, so The Endless is a prime example of a low budget, good script, decent cast, and well crafted directing coming together to make something far more enthralling than the latest Marvel film with a budget in the hundreds of millions. Yeah, that is something that I really like about those two films is they look better than most Marvel films, and most Marvel films these days have a $150 million budget plus. This has like a hundredth of that, and it looks great. Um, so yeah, I would recommend The Endless and Resolution. Watch Resolution first, and then Endless back to back. You won't be disappointed. I think it's a really good film, especially if you like Lovecraftian horror, which I
Yeah.
think is maybe the best kind of
Well,
horror.
I have seen neither of them, so can't
Okay.
comment. But I'll go into them blind and see how we go. Well, we know you're number 18,
Mm.
so let's find out the
Mhm.
shitty shit papers number 18 is Presence.
The
Never seen
Holocaust Reporter.
it.
Sorry. Made that
really,
a bit
really
much.
creatively vicious insults, and I'm just like the fucking shitty twat magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Presence.
The
Never seen
hate
it.
crime
Probably shit.
reporter. But yeah, sorry, go on. So the
It's
18, what was it? Sorry.
Presence.
Oh, is that
Never seen it.
that's the Steven Soderbergh one that was like it's a haunted house told from the ghost's point of view. That's literally all I know about it. I haven't seen it, so
I haven't seen it. Nobody has. My 18.
yeah, yeah. It's a weird one. That because his films do quite well. Even I think what's it called, Black Box did better, and that's just like it looks like a typical spy thriller.
Mm.
Whereas Presence actually, from the concept, sounds interesting. And Red Letter Media have like highly praised it as well. So I'm like, okay, I might give it a watch at
Well,
some
we'll give
point.
it a
But
go.
like,
We'll
I
give
knew I
that one
wasn't going to
a.
see it at the cinema.
We'll give it an honourable doubt. For we can give it a
Hmm.
watch and see if it's decent. Probably not. Never heard of it. The
Sure.
correct number 18 is Saw.
Uh, I, I don't. Yeah, I fuck with that. I think to me, it's got one of the best best film twists of all time.
Mm.
I genuinely really rate it that highly. I The rest of the film is good. Um, I wouldn't have put it in my top 25, but that's another one where it's like an honorable mention. Um, so yeah, I fuck with Saw more so than a lot of people seem to. So but yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good movie. With a twist, genuinely hold it as high as Empire, The Usual Suspects. Like I really think it's that good because you do not see it coming. You
Mm.
do not see it coming at all. It's incredible. So yeah, yeah, and also it started like a whole new wave of like really like almost torture porn. Um,
Yeah.
so
Was it
which isn't
Saw
the
or
greatest
Hostel
thing
that
to
started that
claim.
trend?
It would have been Saw because Hostel came out in 2006 or seven.
All right. Well, yeah. Great concept. Great story. Gripping. Engaging story. Actually scary. Some
Yes,
great set pieces
yeah.
and a brilliant
Some of
twist.
the dialogue is a bit.
Solid movie.
Some of the dialogue is a little bit cringeworthy, though. I'll give it that. Like,
Mm.
it's not perfect, but it's a solid horror film. So yeah,
Love that. And it launched the
uh,
careers of Lee Winnell and James Wan, which is sound as well.
and and it has my boy Carrie Elwes. I love Carrie Elwes. I
Yeah,
can't go
shout
wrong if
out,
you have a film with Carrie Elwes.
shout out, Carey.
Um, yeah, he's great. Um, so let's see, what was where were we? You said
Well,
Saw.
you've already
What's
done your
your
18, haven't
that,
you?
yes, 18. That was it. Okay. So
17 on
17.
this list is The Invisible Man.
The Invisible. Okay, I haven't seen that, but I've heard that it's good.
It's a
What did you
damn
reckon?
good movie. It's very
Right.
well made and very well acted and a gripping story. It's not hugely scary. It has some good scary moments and some great like popcorn moments. And it's very solid messaging, very solid conceptually about domestic violence, um,
Hmm.
and the horrors associated therein, which is sound.
Hmm.
It's just hard to put into words. It's oddly, it doesn't have a lot of rewatch value. There's not a lot to
Hmm.
be had after you've seen it once and you go, that was good. And then you just sort of forget about
Ah,
it until
okay.
it gets mentioned in a list and you go, that was good.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I heard that it's very good. Also, incidentally, directed by Lai Whannell.
Yeah. Like Lee, Lai, I don't
Mm.
know how I fuck pronounce the cunt's name. But he's a great director.
Yeah, Lai.
Mm.
Yeah.
As in, this
Um.
list is a big old
So
lie, apart from this entry, which is very respectable. However,
okay.
the actual number
You're okay.
17,
You're the actual number 17. Yeah.
the factually correct number 17, is Dawn of the Dead 2004 or 5.
For okay.
I'm Googling that.
Hard disagree. I wouldn't put it
2004.
in my top 50.
Yeah?
I mean,
For what
sure.
reasons?
I, I, I just think that very weak characters. Um, Zombie movies tend not to have very strong ones. There are a few examples where that's obviously not the case, like Day of the Dead, the George A. Romero 1985 one. You have a great character in Joe Pilato's Captain Rhodes. Um, but that film is so weak on character that it's just, and most of them are annoying. And I think that he's more um, focused on spectacle, and a lot of it doesn't work for me. The zombie baby is such a like if you're going to do something that outlandish, at least lean into how funny it is or can be, like Brain Dead did, the Peter Jackson film. Zombie
Mm.
baby, it just gets the absolute piss kicked out of it, um, and it's the butt of the joke. And I don't know, like I don't like Zack Snyder's characters. I think they're just weak. I was not emotionally engaged at all. Um, and I think with any good film, you are emotionally engaged. But you know, if you just after action spectacle, yeah, it's fine, I guess. Um, but it obviously rips off a lot from 28 Days Later. So, you know,
Yeah? What specifically?
Fast Zombies, the it being more of a virus as opposed to like this unknown thing. The best part about most zombie films is that it's like it's not known what causes it.
Mm.
Obviously, 28 Days Later started a whole thing, and that's why it is very high up the list, which we will get to later. But I just don't like the execution of Dawn of the Dead. I don't. It's fine, uh, but you know, it's a bit too Hollywood. And
Uh,
yeah, I don't care about the characters, wasn't emotionally engaged, all of that. But fair enough.
on all those same points, I'd say I disagree. I do also think 28 Days Later, while it is the better movie, the virus bit is a bunch of bullshit. I don't think you needed it. I think they were trying to be a zombie movie without being a zombie movie. I think
Mhm.
it doesn't. Um, I think 28 Days Later also is loved as much as it is because of spectacle as well, with the set pieces of empty London and all of this being the main reason it's memorable. It's not like you are emotionally invested in the characters, but I don't think for me any greater extent than Dawn of the Dead. And they say they did Running Zombies first. Okay, well I say I mean who really gives a fuck? So that's not really an important element of it. So yeah, I mean it's higher up my list as well. Um, but for different reasons. I think the spectacle is just better, and the opening scene of the opening scene, the inciting incident, if you will, of Dawn of the Dead is better than 28 Days Later. Even though I do love the opening of 28 Days Later with the chimps, that's a great opening.
Oh, I thought you meant the whole movie. I was like, hang on a fucking second, like that doesn't make any sense. No, so the opening scene is very Hollywood, like is like what you would expect like a zombie movie to open as, and it's fine. But like, what worked about the original Dawn of the Dead film was that it was just really weird and sort of idiosyncratic and very unique to George A. Romero. Like it's just opening like, oh, what's going on? Oh, there's a zombie outbreak everywhere. Well, these people are just filming something in a studio. It's just
Mm,
really weird and unique, and it has its own personality. Whereas this is like it's very typical, but like any director could have done it, and I find that's actually probably the same with a lot of Zack Snyder's films, to be honest. Although
yeah.
James Gunn written, I like James Gunn, so
Yeah. I mean, this isn't a giant defense
um,
of Zack Snyder. This is his only good movie, but
uh,
it's
uh,
stylistically, it probably
mm,
couldn't have been done by another director. He did have a very unique. He did. He doesn't anymore. He did have a very unique style at the time that was actually very effective and was only used appropriately in Dawn of the Dead. Since then, the guy's fallen off a cliff. Moving on.
um,
What was your 17?
anyway, yeah. My 17, Shin Godzilla. Now, it's a giant monster movie, so it counts as horror, right?
Fine.
Um, this like the Japanese Godzilla films have always been better than the American ones. I don't think anyone would disagree.
Probably not.
Um, it is uh, it's it is a metaphor for the Fukushima incident, which happened in 2000 and I think it was 13, where an earthquake happened in Japan that caused a tsunami, which then caused a nuclear meltdown. Now,
Hmm.
the whole red tape element of Shin Godzilla and like how it's like there's loads of scenes of government people just talking. It's like, what are we going to do about Godzilla? Cuts over to another department. What are we going to do about Godzilla? Cuts over to like the higher ups. What are we going to do about Godzilla? Rather than actually like doing something, they just stand around talking about what they're going to do, and it's clearly a critique of how the Fukushima incident was handled by the government.
Yeah.
This is directed by Hideaki Anno, who is famous for the Neon Genesis Evangelion series that I mentioned earlier. So you see that show has had a lot of influence on like cinema in general. However, it doesn't count as influence if he's doing his own film. But I just wanted to just shout out to Neon Genesis Evangelion, great show. Um, so that Godzilla has maybe the best rampage scenes, especially as you see Godzilla evolve out of the sea from this sort of crawling creature that crawls on all fours and its belly to this standing like giant menace. And it's basically got three forms. Obviously, is in reference to the earthquake, the tsunami, and then the nuclear meltdown. In the third stage is where he finally does the atomic breath stuff, and it is a sight to behold. Like it's absolutely stunning. There's gorgeous music playing in the background. I think it's Tokyo or Kyoto or whichever it is, gets absolutely murked, right? Absolutely decimated.
Absolutely
It is the
murked.
best city destruction. It really is one of the best city destruction scenes in any film ever, ever. And you've got to contend with like Terminator 2 Judgment Day and the nuclear bomb scene. Like that, like
Yeah.
it's such a like it like that specific moment is maybe one of my favorite moments in all of cinema. It is glorious destruction, and it honestly just the film. Even if you just want to watch it for that scene, that film is so worth the the valleys on either side of that. Not that it's a bad film on either side, but that peak is so fucking high that you just like, god damn, this movie has flown by. So yeah, I'd seriously Shin Godzilla, one of the best giant monster movies of all time. Like incredible film.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
I'll
my
give
number
it a bosh.
17.
I haven't seen
Uh,
it. So,
that's one of those films that I could recommend to nearly anyone. Godzilla minus one is the one that I do recommend to everyone. That
yeah.
is incredible. But yeah, so your number, sorry, what's the um I thought of I've run out of names because they're all
The
really
Hollywood
funny and you can
twat.
just you can get
We've got.
yeah, the Hollywood retards. No.
Their number 16 is
Um,
Sinners.
That's not a horror film. That's one of the ones that I was like, this isn't a horror. Like, it's a great
It's
movie, and
barely
it's
a
my
horror
favorite of
film.
this year so far.
Mm.
Yeah, it's my favorite film of this year so far. Great film, not a horror movie. It's like a amalgam of like Western and like almost a musical. There's plenty of songs in it that are obviously famous Irish folk songs and blues songs, and it's a great original movie, not a horror film. Like the horror only plays a small part in it. So sorry, no.
Yeah,
That's like
I
saying The
agree
Good,
with
the
that.
Bad, and the
Nothing
Ugly
wrong with
isn't
the movie
a
itself necessarily. I did think there's
no,
an
no,
awful lot
absolutely
of
not.
recency bias. It was
Hmm.
somewhat forgettable, but still very good movie. just not a horror, so it doesn't belong here.
No, not really. No.
Now, the correct number 16, I've got The
Okay, here we
Invisible
go.
Man.
Again, I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment. We have talked about it a little bit. Is
Yeah,
there
we
anything more
might
that
as
you
well
want to
just
add?
move to the next one. I'll
Sure.
move to yours.
My number 16 is the Evil Dead remake. I think that
All
it
right.
is really good. It's really entertaining, really horrifying. There are scenes in that film that make me like just tense up. Like it's just grand. It's great fun. It is the film that Sam Raimi would have made if he had a proper budget. As much as I appreciate the sort of schlockiness and the goofiness of the original Evil Dead, I prefer the remake. Um, it is maybe my third favorite in the Evil Dead franchise. It goes Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead Remake, Evil Dead Original, Evil Dead Rise. And that's my ranking of the Evil Dead films. I can't wait for the next one to come out, Evil Dead Burn.
Yeah, I didn't know there was another one coming out, but I'm happy to hear that there
Yeah,
is. I'm
yeah. It's
sort of semi
maybe the most
surprised to hear.
consistent. Yeah, it's the most consistently good horror franchise. I think. I don't think there's been any horror franchise that have stayed as consistently good as the Evil Dead series.
Yeah, I'm somewhat surprised to hear that it's on the list. It very much lost me. I didn't really find it particularly horrifying. It's great.
Hmm.
I did like it. I prefer the original movies, but it wouldn't have made the list for me, and it hasn't. But anyway, 15.
Okay. And number 15, the hot rod. There we go.
The hot rod. Their number 15 is Saint
Yeah.
Maud,
Ah, okay.
which I ain't seen. So there you go. But I know it's wrong
My
because they've put it. So I mean, they get a
I
pass
have
for the Invisible Man.
I've
But
put it higher. I've put Saint Maud higher than 15. What would you say yours was? 15?
my 15 is
Is that
Audition.
correct? Well,
Yes.
that's 1999.
Well, that's 2000,
You're
isn't it?
talking about Takashi Miike?
Hmm.
No, 1999. And of course, you're talking about like an American release or something, which doesn't really count. It's more the country of origin.
Oh, it is 99.
I
Well, I'll have
think
to axe
Audition
that
is
one then.
90. Oh, fucking hell, mate. You did not come prepared, did you?
Yeah. We're going to have to axe that one from the list. For some reason, I remember
Sure.
seeing it as
How about
2000. Oh, well.
just give an honourable mention? Just give an honourable mention.
All right, honourable mention. Um, no, I've got the substance on here already. I don't know. I'll have to do some Googling in the background. I've got an honourable mention.
Oh, my boy, my
Yeah,
boy.
my poor sweet soul.
Uh, I came prepared. I checked the years. I made sure to check the years. Um,
I didn't. What do you want?
okay.
I could have sworn it was
No, no,
2000.
fair enough. I guess I'll go with no. Well, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, in fairness, if it said like release date 2000 and it was like the US release date, you can be forgiven for that. But that's a 1999 release. My number 15 for me is Annihilation. The film starring Natalie Portman, directed by Alex Garland, written by Alex Garland, based off a novel by Jeff Vandermeer. Um, really great film, really entertaining film, really simple film, great cast. Again, Lovecraftian horror played in a subtle way. It isn't overt. It's clever. Natalie Portman is great. Oscar Isaac is great. Just the cast is great. Really well cast movie as well. Um, and I really like the visual stuff. It's very creepy. The soundtrack by I think it's Ben Salisbury, just gorgeous. Um, and yeah, it's just available on Netflix if anyone wants to watch it. Just really creepy. Some of the imagery in it is like genuinely like unforgettable. Um, the the bear, the skull bear talking with the woman's voice, like screaming for help, is genuinely like unnerving, like really really scary stuff. So yeah, I love Annihilation. Great movie, just unforgettable to me. Fantastic film. 2018.
Yeah, never saw it.
You've never seen
Uh,
Annihilation? Okay, that is a crime. That is a crime. We had so much time during lockdown to watch it. It's so good. It's so good.
I'll have to give it a
But
watch,
okay,
and it'll have to go on my
fair
to watch
enough.
list.
Sure.
Next up
What's your
for THR
14?
is
Yeah.
14 for THR is The Others.
I, I respect it, but I was a bit bored, if you know what I
Mm,
mean. I didn't find it particularly scary. Like, maybe because, like, I grew up on, like, quite gory horror films. Um, and I was just like, it's cool psychological stuff, and the twist is very, very good. It's really, really good. But I was just like, okay, it's kind of dull and slow. Um, Saying that, I know there's going to be people who are going to be like, "Oh, well, you're just stupid." It's like, okay, well, you think that, that's fine, whatever. Like, okay, it just doesn't do it for me. Gothic horror doesn't do it for me as much. Like Crimson Peak by Guillermo del Toro is my least favorite film by him. It's gothic horror. I'm just like, okay, fine. Like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Crimson Peak was bad. The Others is
But yeah,
good, but not. Again,
not top
it seems like a
25
weird
for
choice
sure.
for top 25. My
For
14
sure.
was Let the Right One In.
That's the right one. Is. That's the vampire one, isn't it? I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, Vampire Kid. Vamp Kids is the Vampire Kid. The Swedish movie, I believe it's sweet. Hold on, let me check this one.
Mm.
It's definitely a Nordic jobby. Um,
Yeah, Scandinavian.
yeah, it's fucking yeah, Sweden. And I love how it's a unique concept. I love how the characters are actually enjoyable. Kid actors are uniquely good in it, which usually they're really shit. The shocks
Yes.
in it are effective and good, and I enjoyed the ending. Overall, it's just a nice story aside from all the horror.
Hmm. Okay, no, fair enough. Again, I haven't
Take us
seen it.
away
That's
with
one I've got
your
to add to the
14.
list. My number 14, you're gonna fucking hate this. Midsummer.
All
Midsummer
right,
is,
yeah,
I think, it is fantastic. Um,
yeah.
I think
Continuing your trend of love
it
for
is.
pseudo intellectual hogwash.
Oh wow. Okay. Well,
I
well,
said what I
rather
said.
that than your non-intellectual bogwash. Yeah, fucking have
Hogwash.
that. Um, um, but yeah, Midsommar's it's a good film. It's very memorable. Visually, it is stunning. I don't care what you think. Daylight horror is very hard to execute well, and I think that he did do it well. Um, and it's very creepy. There's a lot of decent, clever foreshadowing. I think the opening scene is one of the most sort of grim. I remember seeing it in the cinema with my mate, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is fucking horrible." Um, it's more of a grief thing before grief became like the sort of meta of Hollywood horror. Um, and yeah, I just think that it's fun to debate whether or not Christian deserved what he got. I personally don't. You shouldn't be burned alive for being a bad boyfriend. Um, However, I totally get why psychopaths would suggest that he deserved it because he cheated.
Yeah, yeah.
So it
I
invokes at least a fun discussion to have.
yeah. The biggest defense of the movie I've come across prior to this was when I saw it with my ex, and she was like, "Did you not think about like how it's a guy being burned alive in like a weird pagan festival, and his name's Christian?" And I'm like, "Oh wow, that must mean it's fucking brilliant." Like, who gives a shit? I don't need your metaphor for grief if the movie itself isn't even good to begin with. Pseudo intellectual hogwash.
Okay, okay, all right,
Awful.
okay, all right.
Everything by Ari Aster.
The
Trash.
one woman, the one woman listener to this podcast will be coming for you. I'm just saying.
Yeah. What listener?
Um, the one woman listener, and that'll be my mom. No,
Yeah.
the so the I'm not going to do any more stupid jokes. The Hollywood Reporters, number
Oh, but
13.
they were all such bangers, though. What do you mean? You have to
The
continue.
Hollywood Rapist. But no, the
Their 13 is
horrific.
Nosferatu.
Uh, oh, okay. This it's not far from mine. I love Nosferatu. I think it's a great film. The acting is exquisite. I think that Bill Skarsgård has given maybe the best side character performance, sorry, supporting character performance since Heath Ledger's Joker, in the sense that he transforms utterly. He does the voice work, he does like the body language work, he does all of that. He fits into the makeup so perfectly, and like I just think that he really commits to the bit in a way that I haven't seen since Heath Ledger's Joker. So I truly commend Bill Scott. Also, Lily Rose Depp, very committed performance, isn't afraid to look silly to some in order to sort of give herself over to the character quite a lot. She does a lot with her body and her face, especially. Like she must have really been aching at the end of each day, like after shooting. Genuinely like weird stuff that she does with her body in that film. And Nicholas Hoult, as always, I expect a lot from him. Like I just think he's a really great character actor. And I think he's really good in this film as well. It's one of his best performances.
Yeah, the acting's
What did
really
you reckon?
good. I'm not crazy about Robert Eggers, but I did like Nosferatu, and I like
Hmm.
Dracula, so I was already all over the story. And
Hmm.
stylistically, he was a logical fit for the story, so it did work out
Hmm.
well. His best movie, in my opinion. Um,
I
and
agree.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
Skarsgård's
yeah.
really good. However, as you know, as we've established, it's not actually number 13 because that's what I've put. Number 13 is Evil Dead Rise.
Really?
Mm.
Okay. No, I fair enough. I mean, you are one of the only few people that I know that likes that movie so much. If you know what I mean. Like I think it's a good movie. I think it's a great
It was
movie even.
fucking
I don't
fantastic.
think it's
Not a huge amount of
okay.
rewatch value, but at the time, it all just blew me away with how effectively everything worked and how they flipped the script with characters and story and still made it all work. And it's a super entertaining movie, and the
Mm.
entertainment value alone is what's pumped it up as much as it has.
I will say it's got one of the best title cards of the 21st century for sure. Just her rising out of the water at Evil Dead Rise. That is a
Mm.
great scene. It's completely like a complete cold open. And I do like that when it's done well. Like, yeah, you could argue it's like, oh, but it's got nothing to do with the rest of the story. It's like, doesn't it? Seems to fit in nicely at the end. But yeah, it's a good movie, and I really liked it. But like, we're talking about the 25 best of the century so far. Like, so I don't think it would have made my top. Well, probably would have just bottomed out at 50th place maybe. But yeah. No, no, fair enough. It doesn't do it. Sorry, it does it for you more than it does it for me. Um, but yeah,
By all means,
my number 13 is A Tale of Two Sisters by Kim Ji-woon.
yeah.
Um, great twist at the end, great performances. It's just a really great directorial debut. I don't want to talk about it too much because it'll spoil it, but the ending is really brutal and really sad. And the fact that I was even remotely emotionally invested is the main reason I'm ranking this so. I think it's a fantastic film. But yeah,
Yeah, I did
Tale
like
of Two
Tale of
Sisters
Two
number
Sisters.
13.
I don't view it anywhere near that highly, but I like Kim Ji Woon. I like that movie.
Yeah.
Well, it just wouldn't. It
By
just didn't
the
really do it
way,
for me. I don't really know what else, how else to phrase it. It
if
just didn't do it for me.
so, we've discussed in private that Pan's Labyrinth is not a horror film.
Mm,
I think there's another film that I remember being on this list that I would not call a horror film at all. It is a thriller.
mm.
We will get to it in a bit. It is another Kim Ji-woon film. Um, but for now, number 12 from The Hollywood Reporter. What do you say?
Well, the hot
The dumpy shit rag.
the dumpy shit rack. The holy um, twats have put
Mm,
Us for number 12, which again,
killer line.
fine movie. I wouldn't have put it as one of the best,
So what
and
was
I
this?
haven't.
Number 12?
Us.
No, it's Jordan Peele's worst movie. What the hell are we talking about? Like, it's not a good. Sorry, but like Get Out, Nope, Us. Us is like really far down as well. Like I don't like it overplays its hand at the end. It could have just not done the the twist is he's also, a doppelganger. It's like why do we don't need that. Like the twist at the end was like mildly confusing to me at the time. I was like, oh, hang on, she's the real underground. Wait, what? So no, sorry, I don't like Us. I think it's very overrated. Lupita Nyong'o is it's again one of those performances that warranted an Oscar, but because it was in a horror film, didn't get it. Other than that, didn't like the movie. I think it
Yeah,
overplays its hand.
I liked the
Um,
inciting incident of the movie was a spooky scene when the family first turned up outside the house was really scary. Um,
mhm.
and it was giving an actual scary version of like the Shaun of the Dead. There's a girl in the garden. He said they actually played it as a horror scene. It's exactly functionally the same
In
scene,
the
but it's
garden.
played for scares instead, and did it really well.
Is that the same?
Uh,
Is that the same scene where in the garden there's a girl?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's the one where they go into the garden. There's that girl. Um, yeah, but us very past that point, it lost its way.
Hmm.
So there you go.
So what is the actual number
It's
12?
the correct ranking to cover it is Revenge.
Solid movie. Should have been in my top 25 upon reflection. That is a great movie.
Hmm.
And not just like a great action thriller, but yeah, it's a horror, I guess. Um, Horrific things happen to this woman. It is tense and scary at times. And the climax of the film is very entertaining. So yeah, no, I fuck with Revenge. It should have been in my top 25. In fairness, it's a great movie, and I love Coralie Fagia. Have you seen her other film? I think it's like called Reality Plus. It's like a short film.
No.
Okay, it's worth watching. It's very much like The Substance, but in a like sci-fi. It's more sci-fi in the sense that it's like a projection of a skin outside that you get to determine, and it's about like looks and fashion and all of this stuff. So Reality Plus, great little short film. There's a recommendation from the podcast. There you go.
Yeah.
Go check that out. Um,
Podcast recommendation.
yeah, we'll do another
There's a
one of
jingle
those at
for
the
you.
end. Um, so yeah, your number 12. What was it?
Mine's Revenge. What's yours?
Oh, it was yours Revenge. Sorry, yeah. Mine
Stupid
is
deaf
Godzilla
prick.
minus one.
All right.
Godzilla minus one just blew me the fuck away. In fact, it's one of the films that I have seen, I think, three times in the last year. Once in color when it came out in the cinema, once at home, just as a sort of I just want to watch something, and it's a great movie. And then I watched the black and white version in the cinema as well when that came out. I love, love this movie so much. It's so good. It's got such a great human story. Like it's so entertaining. Like honestly, and like the ending is so satisfying. Like when everyone comes together. And it's obviously like the message is like the Japanese like treated their soldiers horrifically, treated their civilians horrifically even after the war, and it's basically about coming to terms with like all of them coming together as civilians as opposed to working for their government. They feel like if they band together as people, they will get more done than if they just obey like military tactics and military commands. It just, I love it so much. It's such a good film, and it's one of the few films that like I think has universal appeal.
Hmm.
Genuinely, I don't know anyone who's ever like said anything bad about that movie. Like, it's such a great film. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
it's come
It
very
should be
highly
higher on my
recommended to
list, to be
me.
honest.
I've never seen it, but I've had numerous people put it as very highly recommended.
Honestly,
So I'd have to smash that on the list now.
yeah. It's not only one of my favorite horror films of the 21st century. It's one of my, I think, top five of this decade so far. It is absolutely phenomenal. Like, truly great movie. Um,
Hmm.
Very entertaining. Again, the most important element, but it's very human as well. And you root
Yeah,
for the characters, you care about the characters, and that's very rare in a monster film. Um, because you just want to see the monster smashing shit up, and it does in
Yes.
glorious fashion.
Well, we love to
Um,
see it. Moving on.
Great film.
Uh, Number 11 is The Witch.
Ooh, mine. The Witch ranks far higher on my list. I won't spoil it, but it's very high.
Mm.
The Witch, yes, no, I agree. It's very creepy. It's a great directorial debut from Robert Eggers. It's my favorite film of 2015. Yeah, it's a phenomenal film. I agree with you. It's a solid film. Again, I
That's
put it
not my
higher,
number
so
11.
it would
This
be
is
in
the
the
shit
mid
list
two.
number 11.
Oh, oh, is that not your number? Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay.
This is
Um,
the shit list number 11 is The Witch.
I'm okay with The Witch coming in this position, like for a normie list, as it were. So, what
Mm.
was your number 11?
Well, first of all, The Witch, overrated. Not much happened. Quite boring. Not scary. Not entertaining. Not Robert Eggers' worst movie, because there's that other one that no one saw. Um,
What is that sound?
is that the sound of a
Did you?
stupid prick?
No, that sounds like literally. I thought you were farting next to the mic, like it's a really wet fart sound.
Huh?
Oh,
Oh,
did you not hear that?
oh, it's probably my chair.
Mate, that's going to come up on the audio. You're probably going to laugh so fucking much. Okay, so your number 11. Your number 11.
Yeah,
What is it?
mine. It follows.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, I like that. Yeah, it's a good
Are you
film.
still giggling
It's
about the
just
fart noise? I assume it's my chair. It just creaks when I do.
no. I think it might be feedback on either your or my end, but like, yeah, it's just this really wet. Like, it's really funny.
Oh,
Um, yeah, my number 11, The Wailing, the Korean movie that's almost 3 hours long.
mm,
Um, it's maybe the best possession horror I've seen other than The Exorcist. It is incredible. Um, and the payoff is so worth the 3 hour wait. And for that to work, the payoff is really, really good. It's really good. The acting is phenomenal. The plot, the pacing is really good for a 3 hour film. Um, you become connected to the characters. You actually care. It's very tense in a lot of scenes. Like I cannot recommend The Wailing enough if you can sit through a 3 hour horror film, because that is
yeah,
the number one obstacle is the length, and the fact that it's in a foreign language. But like normies, that's the biggest obstacle. But yeah,
normies.
the Wailing, fantastic film. Yeah, I mean, there are probably going to be a lot of normies who like horror generally, but like aren't invested in the experience as much as say me and you, who are like big film fans in general.
Yeah, is
Um,
this? I've never heard of the whaling. Is this the whaling? WAIL whaling.
yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I didn't know if it
not
was about like
not
fishing boats.
they don't yeah, they don't hunt whales, no.
Yeah, no,
Um,
no.
Although that would be an interesting horror film.
Hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, so that's 11.